questionnaire, all right, your own questionnaire, and then transfer it to SPSS. Okay, is everybody okay? So saya tengok 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 orang sahaja. And then all the ladies on the screen, all the girls. I don't know what happened to the male students. Adakah mereka tidak bangun lagi? Okay. Okay, let me see. How many participants do we have now? Okay, ada 46. So it's like, it means like half of the class only. Okay, I have about 80 students. Kat sini, okay. The number is increasing now. Okay. All right. So let's what I would like you to do now, please apa orang kata buka open your open your SPSS now, right? So nanti saya akan straight pergi kepada SPSS. Okay, make sure you have your SPSS ready. Okay, people, I think I need to switch off the light lah. Sebab silau. Kejap Yes. Okay, are you ready, guys? Okay, ka? Right. So, if possible, okay, if you are using laptop or your PC, so make sure your SPSS on your PC or laptop, and then maybe you can use your phone for our questionnaire, so you can use 2 devices at one time. So it will be easier for you, right? So because you can download the questionnaire from our WhatsApp group. Right, so let me share with you my SPSS. Saya pun hari ni SPSS dekat saya punya PC is not working, so I need to use my laptop. Sekejap ya. What happened? What happened? Okay, can you see my SPSS on your screen? Boleh nampak ke? Everybody okay? Eileen, okay ke? Nampak ke?
Yes, Doktor, nampak.
Alright, thank you. Okay. So now we have our questionnaire in our hand, all right? So what we are going to do, we're going to prepare columns, okay? And also variables from a very beginning, from on the first page, starting from the serial number up here, right? So that's what you're supposed to do. And then let's look at our questionnaire. So the first page, on the first page is actually, we have the information on the numerator, okay, ataupun surveyor, right? So we have Nabila is doing that one. And then also we have on the second page will be actually the demography of, of our respondent profile. Okay, sorry. And then, so as you can see, remember I told you when we want to ask, okay, the person's background, please make sure that we are going to have all the information, okay, correctly, and also will be filled fully, completely. And also we need to ask, all the questions that which is very, very important and critical to our study, that we will include in our analysis, okay? So don't waste people's time, all right? So if you think that, you know, like date of birth, for example, is not that important, so don't ask them, okay? So in this case, we have name, the address, phone number, gender, age, marital status, their occupation, their income, and also the date of the interview, right? You know what is actually why is it so important for the date of interview? Because sometimes, you know, we need to have let's say we assign people, okay? In my case, if I hire people, right, to do the interview, I will make sure that the interview, let's say, will be done, should be performed in 2 weeks, okay? So that's the reason I would like to see, okay, whether the job is actually has been done within the time frame, right? Okay, and then the next one is actually the gist. Starting from the third page is actually the gist or the real content of our research, of our study. So we started with a few sections, okay, in terms of, you know, the housing, right? And then we have the conflicts of, you know, crime, and then health, okay? So the infrastructures, okay, and then also we have a social and development issue. The next, and also we have at the end of the questionnaire, okay. I already asked, I asked all the people who met me actually last week, those who are doing this topic, to add one section for the validity part, okay? So the last one, you can see in terms of the, saya tulis kat situ ada yang mereka masukkan, okay, the presentation. So we would like to ask the opinion of the respondents regarding our questionnaire, okay? So this one is actually for, we call it as validity of the question, okay? Of the items and also the questionnaire, the whole thing, right? So this one, okay, should be only included, should be added in our pilot study only, all right? For the actual study, the actual survey, we don't need to include this part, this validity part, right? So this validity section is only for the pilot study in order for us to learn something from the respondents in order to improve our questionnaire. Okay, understand? Okay, so let's begin, right, with our data entry. So we'll start with the first one, okay? So what we need to do before we can enter the data, okay? So we need to define the data first. If you can see the tab at the bottom, so we have data view and also variable view, right? So for those who are my ex-students, I think you already know how to do this. But as I said, not everybody has been exposed to SPSS before, right? So I need to teach from scratch, from zero, right? So in order, the first thing that we need to do before we can enter our data is to define our data in variable view. So therefore, you need to click the variable view tab, and then here we get, you know, now you can see a column for name, type, width, decimal, and so on. So I'm going to explain what these columns are for. Okay, but before that, we are going to do one by one, the variable from the questionnaire. All right. So the first one is actually the serial number. People, it's up to you. So yang since our questionnaire in Bahasa Malaysia, so I'm going to do in Bahasa Malaysia. All right, the variable name. But then if your questionnaire in English, so you can always do it in English, no problem at all, right? So for, I think we have only one international student who cannot understand Bahasa Malaysia, who is Sadiq. So I think you won't have any problem at all as long as you understand what need to do, okay? And then I'm sure your group members will guide you and will explain what actually our discussion all about. Okay, so the first one is serial number. So I just put number series, sorry, series. Okay, number, and then I use oops, underscore. Okay, series, right? So I always if I have two words in my variable, I always separate them, by using underscore, right? So at least I can see, I can understand actually this variable has two words, okay? So macam nampak clearer Okay, so this time, right, remember we have, that's the reason we need to understand the concept of quantitative and qualitative data, right? So we need to think whether our data, our variable, is it quanti or quali? Remember, quanti is numeric number, should be presented by number, but we can calculate the average, the mean, the standard deviation, and so on. That's what we meant by quanti. If it is quali, all right, it can be nominal or ordinal. So it means that we cannot calculate the mean, standard deviation, and so on, because they are not actually numbers that we can do for calculation. Right. So in this case, serial number, right? So I'm going to use numeric because we have like in this case 002, for example, but this number is actually just to present the serial number for our respondent. But we are not going to calculate the mean and the standard deviation for this number. This is what we call it as dummy number. Number yang hanya digunakan untuk, just to present something. Right. So in this case, the first thing that you need to do, always change the decimal number first before you can change the width of the variable. Okay, so the width of the variable is actually how long is your word. That's what it means. Okay, the decimal place means if your number, you are using the number, how many decimal places you want to use. All right, so in our case, this one is 0. The decimal number is 0. Okay. And then the width is, okay, since I have 3 boxes there, so the length will be 3. Right. So we have 3 characters. Right. And then I just click OK. Right. So in this case, we are going to use number. The width, we allow only 3 characters for the number, not decimal point. But the label here, I always ask my student to follow whatever the question, whatever stated in the questionnaire. So the first thing, we just put exactly like what we have in our questionnaire. And also you can type, please use all the lower cases. So jangan guna capital, okay? Because you know what? To make our job faster, to make our typing job faster. So that's the reason. So we don't have to press shift and so on, right? So and then the values, we are not going to use values, this column at this moment. I will explain to you when do we need to use this one, right? And then measure. Okay, this is the type of variable that we want to use. Okay, so we actually not this one is not scaled. It's not quanti, but we can put it as nominal or ordinal. All right. So ordinal also can, all right, because the number is increasing. But in this case, I use nominal, right? So because the number is to represent the respondent, right? So we have done for the first variable. Okay, next one. So if you have information on the maklumat pembanci or the surveyor or the numerator, you can also include that one, right? So for example, you just put nama, okay, nama banci. Ataupun you can just put pembanci. Okay, for example. Right. So pembanci, why do we need this information? So just in case, okay, in the future when we do our data analysis, we found some errors or incomplete information. So we are going to ask this pembanci to recontact our respondent to get, the complete information or the correct information. So that's the reason, right? So nama pembanci, okay, so we have, in this case, we are not going to use number. Instead, we are going to use string, okay? String means it is like a sentence, it's a word, and so on. It's non-numeric, right? But it also can include number, all right? But it just like in a word, in a very long word or sentence, okay? So I put this one. And then character, remember I said, okay, it's like a length. How many characters do you want to allow people to type in this column, alright? So sometimes, okay, nama orang sangat panjang. Some people have a very, very long name, especially the new generation. Okay, the old generation, Tima Sena, very simple one. But now Nuro ini is not enough. So let's make it, like 60 characters. Okay. You can put, I think, for SPSS, the maximum we have, like, I think more than, let me check, 200, 100 characters, okay? Okay, let me check again. I forgot, all right? So, and then click this one, okay? So now you can see that the type, okay, the string is 60 characters. Definitely there will be no decimal because it's not number. So I just put, like A here, okay, because it's A. Okay, I just put A here. Nama pembanci. Okay, so I know this one is section A. Okay, so and then again, this one automatically it will say nominal, right? So we have done the second one. Okay, and then nombor telephone, okay, okay, pembanci. Nombor telefon pembanci because we may have telephone untuk respondent. So again, this one I also consider, I take it as string, okay? Because phone number, even it is like using number, but let make it string because we can like put dash and so on. So we don't limit ourselves to only numbers. Okay, and then so let's put this one, let's say I put it as 12. Okay. Okay, so number telephone, let's say the dash and so on, right? So you can always change the width later on if it is not enough for your variable, okay? So then I put again A, this one, number telephone pembanci, right? And then again, this one nominal, right? So if you think it's a bit confusing, okay, where you small letter, we can follow this one, okay, just put A, so we know it's section A. And then the next one, all right, nama kawasan yang dibanci. So I just put kawasan, all right? So again, it is string, all right? So let's say I put this 100, right? Okay. And then A, section A lagi. So nama kawasan yang dibanci. Okay, if you can see for the label, I put exactly like whatever in the questionnaire. Okay, I just follow exactly. Right. So if you notice that if we choose string, automatically SPSS will give us nominal, right? So it's just that when we use numeric, we need to decide what type of measurement we need to use. Okay, next one. So we already finished on the first page, right? So now let's do the second page, right? So people, I'm not going to do every single variable, okay? So I just choose whatever I think you need to know, okay? The rest you need to do on your own. Okay, for example, nama, you already know, okay, nama is like exactly like pembanci, right? We already did that one. So you just follow that one, okay? So this one, I put nama. So we know that nama is actually more on the respondent part. So we know that the first section is for the pembanci, right? So numeric, okay. So no, number is string, okay, again. So we just put the characters, let's say 100, 60 lah. Tak ada nombor sampai panjang sampai 100, 60, okay. And then, okay, then you just put this one, section B. So, nama, okay. So, I just put nama respondent. So, just to differentiate the first nama just now, right? Okay, so, and then this one, so we already have the nominal. So, for 60. And then alamat again, alamat, okay, you need to put that alamat, okay, strings, again, it is string. Okay, this one I can put, you know, like 100. Okay, so it's long. Okay, and then B. Okay, so I just put alamat. Okay, right. People, it's up to you for the alamat. Let's say I want to make it separate postcode. Okay, so in order for me later on, if I want to sort it based on postcode, so what I can do, I can put it here, postcode, right? And then again, I'm going to use string. Okay, so postcode is only like usually 5. The width is 5. Okay, so don't forget to change the decimal number. No need. Okay, because this one is string. Okay, I just put 5. Okay, postcode. Because I consider the postcode not number, it just you know, like nominal, data nominal. Okay, so okay. So and then I just put B1. Okay. So because it's a part of the alamat just now, so I put B1. Okay, so B1 is actually postcode. All right, I just put postcode because we add this one is additional information from the alamat part, right? From the address. Okay, so that one is a postcode. And then you already know how to do the telephone number. And then now is a jantina, okay? So the jantina, okay, I put for the gender. So I put jantina. Right, so the jantina, I'm going to use number, but it's going to be dummy number because we know jantina is qualitative and we cannot calculate the average, the mean, and so on. But we are going to use number for the sake to represent the group of the gender, all right? So in this case, I put this one numeric, so that I put this decimal 0. And then for this one, I put 1, you know, because I'm going to use 1 for male, 2 for female. So the length of my number is only 1 digit, all right? So that's the reason I put 1. You can put 2 or whatever, okay? So, but I'm going to use only 1 digit, right? So I put B, again, B, right? And then I put Jantina, okay? So now, because we have options, all right, we have option, as I told you before, 1 for male, 2 for female. We need to tell SPSS our options. Then we need to use this column right here, which is called as values, all right? So you click values column, and then you can see the 3 dots. Okay, click the 3 dots, and then just put 1, okay, male, okay? So we tell SPSS, hey, I'm going to use number 1 to represent male, right? And then click add. So if you don't click add, SPSS wouldn't know, okay? So it just ignore it, right? And then 2, okay, female, right? Again, click add, right? So now we already told SPSS, hey, 1 for male, 2 female. Remember that, right? So then SPSS will remember, okay? So and then click OK. Right, now, if you can see, we use number, numeric, and then the measurement is unknown because SPSS wouldn't know what is actually type of measurement for our variable. So that's the reason we need to define this one as nominal, because we already learned before in the theory part that jantina is nominal, right? Okay, so we have done untuk jantina. Now we want to do umur, okay, umur or age, right? So umur is quantity that we can calculate the average, we can calculate the standard deviation and so on. It is quantitative data. So I will let just using whatever the default given by SPSS, the width is 8 and then the decimal 2, okay? Because it's quantitative data, so when we want to find the average later on, yeah, there is a possibility that we need decimal numbers, right? So we just let 8 and 2 be there, remain. Okay, and then I just type B, and then this one umur. Okay, so again, this one we need to define as scale, right? Because it is quantity. Right. So next one, after umur, so we have marital status atau status perkahwinan. So I just put my variable name status. Okay. For the variable name, it's up to you how you want to name it. But my advice, don't make it too long. The word is too long, right? So just make it, less than 10 words. The length is less than 10 characters, right? Okay, so status, again, I'm going to use exactly like Jantina because we have options, right? I'm going to use numeric, but this one I need, but it is actually qualitative data. So I just make the decimal 0, and then again, I can put this one as 1 digit or 1 character only. So I just put B, all right? So B is actually status perkahwinan. Right. So, and then this one, since I have a few options, so I need to define it in the values column. So one, I make it as bujang or single, and then add two, so I put it as berkahwin, okay, add, and three as bercerai, okay, add, and then number 4, lain-lain. Okay, so now we have 4 different options. Okay, the first one is bujang, second one berkahwin, tiga bercerai, divorce, and the fourth one is other, right? So I click it as OK, right? So if you want to check your options, you can just click the 3 dots and you will see again what you have typed here, right? Okay. And then this one will be nominal, right? So you need to define the measurement as nominal. Okay, is everybody okay? Right. So the next one, all right. So since we have one open-ended question in the status perkahwinan, okay, lain-lain. So let's say our respondent would like to fill in, okay, the new status that not in here. So we need to give them an option, all right, an option to write whatever they want. So also we need to create a new variable to the for that one, right? So for other, so I can say status, okay, this one I can put lain-lain, okay, okay, lain-lain, ataupun sebab I'm worried that, do we have any other lain-lain after this? Let me see. Oh, banyak lain-lain. So, and then, so kita lain, okay, status, okay. So I call it that way. Maksudnya status lain-lain. So and then this one is going to be numeric, okay, string, sorry, qualitative, and then the characters I just put it 50, right? Okay. So and then so B, this one what macam a bit confusing. So actually what we can do B1, question number 1. Okay, let's say question number 2. And then our postcode is B21, right? So we need to rename it. Okay, B21. And then Jantina is B4. Okay, for example, B4, right? And then Umur is B5. Okay. And then status perkahwinan will be B6, right? And then this one will be B61. Okay. Status perkahwinan. Lain-lain. Right? Or you can just put lain-lain if you want to. Okay, so you don't need to type too many words. Okay, so because we know that we are referring to B question B, section B, number 6. Right? All right, so that's it untuk. So I really hope that you understand, okay, how actually when you want to define your variables, okay, how you want to define your variables, what is actually how you want to type the type column, the width, decimal, and also label, and especially for the values. Don't forget to declare the type of measurements that you use for your variable. Okay, the next one pekerjaan. I'm going to skip that one because you is just the same as others. Okay, pendapatan sebulan. This one is quantitative, alright? So we just put pendapatan. Or you can make it as gaji if you want. Very orang cakap very simple word, okay? Pendapatan. Okay, so this one going to be numeric, okay? And then let it 82 remain here, and then B. So we have B8, okay? So we have pendapatan sebulan. Okay, so and then don't forget to put as skill because it is quantitative, right? So and then tarikh temuduga. Okay, tarikh, there are two ways of doing it. Okay, so one, we can put it as ordinal. Kita use a string, but then the measurement, okay, just I put it here so at least you know. Okay, tarikh. So ada dua cara, sama ada kita put a date here, okay, choose a date here. So then kita akan letak macam mana kita nak, okay. This is one option. So for example, okay, so it will be date, okay. Or we can put it as string, okay, string here. So characters, for example, I make it as a 15, okay, contohnya, okay. But, and then here I put it as ordinal, right? So that one also can. Okay, so let's make it, let's say we use date, So kita akan buat, let's say this one, alright, kita ambil yang format this one. Suppose kita selalu date D, kejap ni year first, ni month, day, no. So kita nak letak, sekejap. Okay, saya pilih yang option ni, okay. Ada tak option ni? Okay, saya pilih yang ni. One, date, starting from date, month, and also year, right? I choose that one. So this one, and then we just put as B9, all right? B9, okay, tarikh temuduga, okay? Right, okay? So this one is ordinal. I put it as ordinal. So, so is everybody okay? Yeah. Okay, now we already finished the maklumat respondent. Now we go to the actual part for our study of our research. Okay, so I'm going to just apa orang kata, saya akan kasih a few contoh, okay. Yang lain yang saya rasa you already know, I already show it to you, I will skip. Okay, so the first one, alright. So we have, okay, a very quite long sentence, more than one word. So di manakah penempatan pekerja asing ini? Right? So again, you can alright, you can choose any word, any variable name that later on you understand what does it mean. Okay? So just pick one word that can actually represent the item of your questionnaire. So in this case, I put it penempatan. Okay? Right, so penempatan. So and then this one is going to be string. Oh, sorry, number. Because we have option. Okay, cancel, yeah, cancel. So it's going to be numeric. So I make it this one as 0, okay? No decimal number. And this one, let's say I just make it 2, right? Just want to show you some differences, okay? All right, so and variation. Right, so and then now I put it as C, okay? C question okay, so this one we have 1, 2, 3, okay? So 1, okay, section 1, right? Question number 1, okay? I put 1, 1, like this, right? And then I put it di manakah? Penempatan. Okay? I copy exactly like what in our questionnaire. Okay, so once we finish that one, all right? So since we have options, so we need to use the values column to define our option number 1. So follow exactly like in the questionnaire. The option number 1 is flat. Number 2 is asrama pekerja. Okay, number 3 is taman perumahan. Okay, number 4 is kawasan perkampungan. Okay, and then number 5, setinggan. Okay, number 6 is lain-lain. Okay. Okay. So I stay here for 2 minutes. Okay. Okay, so once you finish that one, you just click OK. And then don't forget to change the measurement to nominal. Okay. Right, so we done the first one for section 1, all right? And then we go to the next one, all right? So we have, adakah wujudnya penempatan haram setinggan disebabkan oleh pekerjaan pekerja asing. So I take the word haram, right? So again, this one I'm going to use numeric exactly like this one. My tips is always change the decimal point first, okay? The decimal places first before you can change the width, right? So now I put it 1, 2, all right? So just adakah wujud, okay? Penempatan haram, okay? So I just you need to actually the best is to write everything in the questionnaire, but I don't want to write everything now. Okay, just want to apa orang kata we don't have much time to do everything. All right. So I just skip that one. So again, this one is nominal, right? So again, don't forget our values. So we have 1 year. Okay, add, and then 2 we have tidak, okay, add, and then 3 lain-lain. Okay, add. Okay, so don't forget for the lain-lain, okay, so I put haram lain, okay. So we need to create a special variable for lain-lain, all right. So this one will be string. Okay, I just put the string, let's say 50, all right, okay. And then so I just put 1, 2.1, right? Lain-lain, okay. So you need to define it for, you know, penempatan haram. Okay, for example, all right. So this one will be nominal. Okay. I think the rest you can do it on your own. Okay. Sama sahaja. Oh, mana ada tidak pasti. Pandai je saya ni. I'm sorry people. Okay, this one not lain-lain tetapi tidak pasti. I need to change this one. Okay, just click this one, remove. Tidak pasti. Okay, I got the wrong ni. Okay, klik yang baru remove that one. Saya tak add. Okay. Ya. Okay. Right, so we need to change that one, okay, correct that one, okay, and then click OK. So we just remove it. Ini sama je macam Excel, highlight and row 16 and then press delete, right? Okay, so you know when you have line option, you need to add one more variable, special variable for it. Okay, so that one will be the same for section 2, section 3, but now I would like to do for number 3. Kesihatan nombor 3, okay, for the health number 3, it is open-ended question. So if you can see, adakah berlaku masalah-masalah kesihatan lain, okay? So what I'm going to see, masalah, okay, masalah. Then, okay, sorry. Masalah.
Assalamualaikum, Doktor.
Yes.
Doktor, nak tanya yang delete tadi tu tekan macam mana?
Okay, highlight je, Akmal, dekat ni. Lepas tu kita delete, tekan button delete, macam biasa.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Backspace pun boleh ya, Doktor?
Apa dia?
Backspace ke tekan delete juga?
Next one?
Kiranya tekan backspace ke, Doktor? Ataupun
backspace tapi you kena retype balik kan. Sekejap. Ya, masuk. Sekejap ya, saya nak beralih tempat. Tiba-tiba akak punya SPSS kat sini tak jalan pula. Aduh.
Sebelum ni dah ada.
Dah ada. Okey dia.
Ni akak install balik.
Akak cuba install tapi tak boleh. Dah lah, terpaksa lah menggunakan laptopku yang kecil ni. Okay, sorry Akmal. So have you done that one? Dah, okay tak?
Saya cuba try, Doktor.
Okay, tapi actually the best, Akmal ni je highlight and then press button delete. Macam biasa, macam kita buat Excel. Sama je.
Boleh.
Okay.
Okay, thank you,
Alright.
Doktor.
Jangan takut-takut. Okay, so you kalau dia macam hang ke, so you just exit and then log in back. Okay. Alright, so let's continue. Okay, I think for we do the third question number 3. So I just put it as masala, right? And then so I put this one string. Remember, because it is open-ended question, so we just put string, and then let's say I put it as 100. Okay, the characters will be 100. Or you can put even 200 if you think that the respondent may write very, very long sentence. Okay, so can be 150. Okay, 150 also can. So just put okay. And then you just define this one. This one is already part, apa tadi kita cakap? 3. Okay. And then question number 3. Okay. Okay, for example, so adakah, okay, adakah berlaku masalah kesihatan lain? Okay, so you need to finish the sentence, all right? So once you finish the sentence, it will be much, much clearer. All right, so and then this one again, it is nominal. Now there will be no values, so we go to the next one, which is, I think, very, very important. If you have many options, okay, and you are using the same Likert scale for your items, okay. So in this case, for number 4, untuk infrastructure, okay, so we are using the same Likert scale, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and 4. But for many items, so we have 17 items in that section, right? So how to do it? Okay, let's say the first one, okay, kita tahu yang the first one ialah adakah kemudahan awam dan infrastruktur berikut mencukupi selepas kedatangan pekerja asing. So they can choose either sangat tidak mencukupi, mencukupi atau sangat mencukupi. Right, so then what we can do, let's say we name the first one is hospital, right? So this one we have we are going to use number, okay, so but it's going to be dummy number. Just put this 1 0, and then I make it as 1 digit, all right, and then so this one is 4, section 4, okay, section 4, 3 and 1, okay, for example. So and then just make it hospital. Right. So and then we have this one. So 1 for sangat tidak mencukupi. Okay, just add that one. And then number 2 tidak mencukupi. Okay, number 3 mencukupi. And then the last one is sangat mencukupi. Okay, so we already have 4 options, okay, for our respondents to choose. Okay, then click OK. Don't forget, this one will be ordinal, right? So it's not nominal, but it's ordinal. Why is it ordinal? Because Likert scale is where we put rank, the ranking in the option. So that's the reason we use ordinal. Right, and then for the next one is a polyclinic. Okay, so what we can do actually, we going to use the same one as before, okay, okay, 1, and then so okay, so change this one to 1. Okay, remember people, sometimes when you tend to you forget, you change the width first, and then it will come out error, just like what happened to me just now. So that's why I said we need to change the decimal column first before we can change the width. Okay, so we have 4, and then number 2. All right, so let's say I just put here polyclinic. Okay, polyclinic. And what I can do, I don't need to retype all the scale that we have used. We can just copy that one, copy, and then we paste it here, right? So, and then again, this one will be ordinal. So for the values, okay, for the Likert scale, you can just copy and paste for all the 17 items. So I'm not going to do all the 17. So it's enough for the 2 examples that I have shown you. Right? So let's have a look at section 5. Okay, social issues and development. So I'm not going to do number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5 because we already did that one previous in our previous variable. So but I would like to show you how to do number 6. Okay, this is what happened when you let your respondent to choose more than one answer, right? So how we need to do for this one. Okay, so for number 6, section 5. Okay, so I just put gangguan as my variable name. So and then again I will put numeric. So again change this one to 0 and then change the character here 1. Okay, and then 5. We have 5. Let's say number 6. Right? So we have gangguan. The first one is BC. Right? Oh, sorry, people. I supposed to put this one. The variable name is bising, not gangguan. Sorry, bising. So what we can do kat sini, maybe okay, gangguan bising. So we have option. So here, okay. So please have a good look at this one. How you want to do it? Alamak. Oh, sorry. Cancel. One is here, and then 2 is tidak. Oh no, right? Okay, and then again this one will be nominal. Okay, I stop for 2 minutes, okay, for you to catch on, all right, to catch up with me. So make sure you have the right variables name and also information have been added to your that variable view, okay, variable view section. Okay, so let's continue. Is everybody okay? Okay, so then we have the first one is basic. So the second one, let's say mengganggukan wanita, right? So and then I just put the variable name as wanita. Okay, again I will follow exactly like what we did before. Ish. Okay, so change this one first. Okay, and then number 1, and then we have B7. Okay, so gangguan, mengganggukan wanita. Alright. So and then again you can copy this one down exactly the same ya atau tidak. Yes, alright. So, and then this one will be nominal. So once you have done the first one, it's going to be very easy for the next one. So you just copy and paste for the values options. Okay, is everybody okay? Adakah okay? Then you can continue for the rasa terancam untuk bahagian the whole thing. You know why? Okay, I would like you to try to understand what we have been doing so far. And then let's look at the next section for the kesedaran ataupun awareness. Okay, so we have all the open-ended question. So when they are open-ended question, nah,
Nanti kat atas lah. Sedang tu.
okay, people, let me see my PC whether it's already my SPSS is already okay or not on my PC, so I can move to my PC now. Okay, let's take a break for 5 minutes. Okay. Okay, you all sorry. Okay, yang untuk yang open-ended question, okay, let's just continue it here. Okay, my SPSS is okay on my PC already, but because we have done quite a few things, okay. So I think just continue here. Okay, all the open-ended questions. So you just do exactly like what we have done in the previous question for the open-ended question. So let me share it again, right? So the open-ended question like, alamat, we have alamat and the kawasan and so on. So you can follow exactly like that one for the awareness and also perception and expectation section, all right? So that's all. Right. So maybe you will ask, okay, doctor, what happened to the validity part? Okay, the validity form. That one we don't analyze dekat dalam our SPSS. We don't have to. Alright. We just look at manually, and then we decide what we need to do next. Right. So this part right here, no need SPSS. Understand, everyone? Okay, any question? Ada soalan ke? Cuma sebenarnya untuk the validity form yang ni, yang kat belakang ni, what I expect people to have some comments and give suggestion how we can improve our questionnaire. Contohnya yang kat sini, if you can see, part untuk difficulty, adakah soalan yang diberikan mudah difahami? Dia pilih tengah-tengah, alright? So, maksudnya neutral, tidak pasti. So, you need to ask the respondent how we can improve. Is it we need to change our language? style of, you know, writing or what, okay? And then also in terms of, lagi satu yang the last one, okay, masa, time. Okay, adakah masa yang diambil untuk menjawab soalan selidik ini sesuai? Is it not too long? So, dia pilih number 3. So, and then we need to ask, okay, is it too long? Is it too short? If it is too long, what is your suggestion? How can we improve it? Okay, so we don't just let them tanda without giving us any comment. Alright? Okay, semua? Faham ke? Alright, good. Okay, Arif pun dah put thumbs up. Okay, so in this case, sekarang ni, it's time for us untuk, let's say kita nak masukkan data, okay, based on whatever the question that our questionnaire ni. Okay, I give, as I said, let's, saya rasa lebih baik kita continue so we can finish early. Alright, so saya boleh pass kepada anda semua untuk sambung this questionnaire lah. Alright, so I give you nanti another example of one more so you can fill in, you know, the questionnaire lah, the data. Right, so let's go to the data. The data, click data view now. Okay, when you look at the data value now, you can see, wow, this is so beautiful, okay? So SPSS already prepared us all the columns that we need based on our variable view just now. Okay, so the first one we have number series column, pembanci, and so on. And then what I like most is you have all these icons. So you know this is nominal, 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 nominal. We have scale, and then we have ordinal, okay? So, so we don't have to think whether this data, what type of measurement they are using, all right? So, okay, let's look at the first one, okay? How actually we want to enter our data, right? So every row actually represent each respondent. So row number 1 is a respondent number 2, row number 2 is a respondent number 2, and so on. Okay, for the number series, so we just put 002, okay, and then the pembanci, okay. Pembanci we have just put, let's say, Nabila, okay, right? So Nabila, and then telefon pembanci patutnya ada, lepas tu and then kawasan, katakan Jalan Silong, right? And then nama pembanci, kenapa nama pembanci Nabila, nama responden Nabila. Ini sangat pelik ni, okay? Right, so and then alamat, so alamat, if you cannot get the full alamat, you just put, let's say, jalan, okay? So kat sini Jalan Silong. Right? So we have, katakan postcode 81200. Right? Silong is 81200. Okay, Jantina. Okay, one thing good about, you know, after we already give an option, so you can see when you click this one twice, you will see a small arrow right here. So you can click that one, so you can easily select the option that you have defined in your variable view just now. Okay? Semua orang okay ke tak ni? Jangan saya cakap-cakap ni tak ada orang pun dengar. Okay, and then umur 30. Status, okay. Status, thank you Aisyah. Okay, thank you Akmal. Alright, Iqmal. Okay, and then alright, this one berkahwin. And then we have bujang. Oh, dia bujang. Alright. And then life status. Okay, kalau dia pilih lain-lain, then you need to fill in this one. Right? Katakan duduk serumah, masih berkahwin tapi tidak duduk sebumbung. Contohnya lah whatever. right? And then pendapatan, so you just put 2,000, okay? And then tarikh, so remember kita kena buat 19, okay? Tarikh kita, if you forget how to put the tarikh, so you just go back, okay? And then 19, so we have 01, and then we have 20, 22, okay? So mesti ikut the format yang kita dah decide tadi untuk tarikh, okay? And then so kalau kita letak, dia akan tukar balik the format yang kita dah pilih, right? So and then so people, this is how you need to do for the data entry. That's the reason you need the teamwork to untuk semua orang masukkan data. And nanti, but the most important, you need to prepare the SPSS columns ni dahulu before you can enter your data. Okay, penempatan. Alright, so penempatan kat sini we choose, okay, kat sini jawapan dia flat. And then haram, yeah, okay, and then you just put here, masalah, so this one, okay, if we forget, ini masalah ni soalan nombor berapa? So you just put your cursor, play around with your cursor and put it in the middle. So you will see, what actually, ni, nama masalah actually for section 3, question number 3. Okay, that's what we have done for the label. Remember the label column? So the label column is actually to help us in order to remember what actually the question for each variable, right? So this masalah ialah adakah berlaku masalah kesihatan, alright? So then kita akan buat masalah kesihatan. Ini ialah open-ended question. Okay, so you just type just type kebanyakan from the questionnaire, ya, kebanyakan pekerja asing, okay, pekerja asing tidak, okay, blah blah blah, right? So you need to type the whole thing, and then for the hospital, right? So the answer is number 4, option number 4 sangat mencukupi, for example. And then we have polyclinic, alright, polyclinic also number 4. Okay, and then bising, right, for the next one. Dia telah memilih bising, so ya. Wanita, tidak, okay, dia tak tik untuk wanita dan sebagainya. Okay, this is how you need to do for your data entry. Okay, so any question? Ada apa-apa? Wow, people so quiet. Ada siapa nak tanya soalan?
Doktor, nak tanya sikit?
Ya.
Nak tanya sikit doktor boleh?
Ya.
Nak tanya, soalan ni untuk yang pekerja asing saja ke ataupun format ni boleh guna untuk sewa rumah ke, boleh juga ke macam mana?
That's the reason saya kasih you contoh ni. Jadi dia mempunyai different cara, different soalan, tetapi item yang ada yang saya tunjukkan dalam ni telah pun cover untuk kebanyakan jenis soalan dalam questionnaire. Jadi kaedah dia, okay, the method you want to define the item sebenarnya sama saja untuk tak kira lah questionnaire you tu pasal apa. Faham ke? Do you understand it? Sebab this one is actually valid untuk kesemua questionnaire. So you tahu macam mana nak buat data untuk nominal, yang gunakan values, yang gunakan quantitative, qualitative, ordinal, semua saya dah cover. Right?
Thank you.
You're welcome. So ada lagi soalan? Anyone? Okay, saya baru nak buka saya punya PC kejap.
Doktor, saya ada
Yes.
satu soalan.
Okay.
Tadi
Ya,
masa
Akmal.
doktor tadi masa doktor tekan jantina, dia akan keluar dua pilihan kan, ya atau tidak kan? Sebab
Yang
ada
mana? Okey, sekejap saya pergi balik. Sekejap. Nampak ke skrin saya?
nampak doktor.
Okey, jantina. Alright, jantina ni. Okey.
Dia
Kenapa
keluar,
Akmal?
masa dekat sini saya ikut yang doktor punya, dia tulis male dengan female.
Aha. Alamak. Itulah bila sekejap cakap orang putih, sekejap cakap Melayu, gitulah. So satu lelaki, dua perempuan.
Kan saya dah
Kenapa?
ikut.
Itu ke yang Akmal nak tanya?
Kini saya dah ikut yang doktor punya, letak male dengan female. Tapi data value tu bila saya tekan jantina je tak ada keluar pilihan tu. Dia
Oh,
suruh
I
kita
see. Dekat yang masa untuk data entry ni ya, Akmal.
betul doktor.
Maksudnya tak ada keluar anak panah kecil tu ya?
Tak ada.
Okay. Alright, faham Akmal. Okay. Alright, for those, what happen if you cannot see this anak panah, this small arrow, what you need to do is go to, kejap view, right? Click view. And then click value labels. Alright. Then now you will see. Click twice. Argentina, you will see now. Betul tak?
Betul doktor, baru dapat.
Okay, alright. Sorry.
Okay,
Saya
tak apa.
lupa nak ni.
Thank you
Okay,
doktor.
anyone else? Ada sesiapa yang nak tanya? Okay, then what I would like you to do people, okay. Saya nak you save kan, okay, just save as. Katakan you punya data ni dekat mana-mana you punya dekat kelas ke, dekat desktop, alright. So you can just put, alright, question to SPSS, alright. So for example, dan dia nanti akan keluar sav untuk you your file name, right? Just click sav pula, this one, in order to save whatever we have done today, right? Okay, ada siapa lagi nak tanya?
Doctor, may I ask?
Yeah, sure. Siapa tu?
Ying.
Yeah, okay, Ying.
I want to ask how to enter the target for the date because when I enter the 19 January 2022 also it doesn't appear the target.
This one.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think what you need to do, as I told you, alright, for the date tarikh, okay. So you need to remember the format.
Doctor, it is the same format.
This one.
Yeah.
Okay, but then when you type the date, it doesn't come out.
Yes.
Okay, so let me try again. Okay, let's say katakan 12, right? 01 2021. Okay, let's see. Keluar?
Also, doctor, we have to use dash instead of using
Because the format that we use
the
is
slash.
dash.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So itu saya kata kita kena ikut format yang kita dah pilih.
Oh. Okay. Thank you,
Okay.
doctor.
Alright, you're welcome. Try dulu Ying, whether it works or not. Okay, anyone else ada soalan apa-apa? Okay, for your information, I will take your attendance based on daripada Webex meeting because UTM untuk yang attendance link is not ada error hari ni, tak boleh masuk. I don't know, something wrong. Okay, jadi the attendance will be I akan masukkan secara manual nanti. Okay. Right. So right, ada apa tak soalan? So sebab apa yang saya nak, can you please prepare for your own questionnaire. Okay, kalau lah you dah ada questionnaire yang you dah buat pilot, maybe you can start entering your variable, information of your variable, and also can start masukkan data untuk you punya pilot. Okay, because tomorrow I will show you, okay, how actually we can analyze our data based on the data that we have obtained, we have collected, alright? So, any question? Atau ada sesiapa saya kasih siapa yang nak present untuk dia punya questionnaire? Saya kasih 2 kumpulan untuk present.
Doktor,
Ya.
kalau kami nak present questionnaire boleh doktor?
Boleh sangat. Okay, go ahead Akmal.
Okay doktor. Saya share slide. Doktor boleh nampak slide doktor?
Oh, boleh. Sekejap Akmal, saya nak berpindah kepada PC saya. Sebab laptop ni saya tak nampak sangat Akmal. Sekejap ya.
Okay, boleh doktor.
Itulah masalah orang yang makin tak nampak ni. Sekejap. Okey, sekejap ya. Saya keluar dulu daripada sini. Saya keluar sekejap.
Okay doktor. Boleh.
You all stay je, right?
Baik.
Okay, alright. So let's continue.
Okay doktor, yang ni tajuk mungkin muka surat hadapan kumpulan kami.
Itu ya Akmal yang saya suggest untuk you all convert tu.
Betul doktor.
Okay.
Cuma yang ni kami ada ubah soalan dia. Okay, first yang ni kalau responden maklumat demografi orang letak Johor Land Berhad dengan TPM untuk ikat yang kami nak kaji. Yang ni jantina lelaki perempuan. Okay, lepas tu yang ni kita orang letak peranan organisasi.
Okay, good.
Tengok, okay Kayaknya peranan organisasi.
Cuma Akmal dekat yang number 1.
Yes betul.
Keselamatan dengan kebersihan tu pisahkan.
Pisahkan
Maksudnya sebab dia 2 benda yang berbeza. Okay, ingat tak double barrel?
Ingat. Kiranya satu keselamatan bawah tu.
Yes, betul.
Okay, boleh doktor.
Okay.
Boleh?
Right, tak apa, nanti you all boleh buat kemudian. Just put ni note Apakah
boleh.
keputusan tindakan yang perlu dibuat oleh organisasi tuan? Okey, mencari pekerja asing yang sesuai, memastikan kesihatan ni berkaitan apakah keputusan tindakan memastikan kesihatan, memastikan keselamatan. Saya rasa macam we are repeating tau, Akmal. Sebab mungkin apakah peranan organisasi tuan berkaitan dengan pekerja asing. Saya rasa saya rasa macam soalan nombor 1 dengan 2 boleh gabung lah, Akmal.
Boleh gabung
Sebab cuba Akmal tengok 1 peranan dia, tapi yang kedua ni keputusan tau, keputusan tindakan yang perlu dibuat. Mungkin peranan ataupun apakah nombor 2 ni macam apakah keputusan sebab saya tengok dia punya jawapan lebih kurang. Maksudnya mungkin apakah tindakan yang perlu dibuat oleh organisasi tuan yang berkaitan dengan pekerja asing. Okey, apakah tindakan So dia kena mencari penempatan pekerja asing yang sesuai. Okey. Memastikan kesihatan, sebab yang saya tengok keselamatan ni dah ada dekat atas juga. Faham tak?
Faham.
Jadi mungkin keselamatan tu tak perlu. Akmal just tulis mencari apakah tindakan yang perlu dibuat oleh organisasi tuan berkaitan. Maksudnya apa tindakan yang diorang kena buat sekarang. Takut diorang macam tak faham kan, yang tadi tu peranan. Apa peranan diorang? Menyediakan ataupun Akmal boleh buat macam ni, yang untuk tindakan ni contohnya menyediakan penempatan pekerja asing yang lebih baik. Faham tak?
Faham.
Jadi yang sesuai, yang lebih baik lah Akmal.
Yang lebih baik.
Sesuai, yang lebih baik.
Okey, boleh. Untuk pilihan jawapan dia, mencari pekerja asing yang lebih sesuai.
Memastikan kesihatan sebab saya nak membezakan nombor 1 dengan nombor 2.
Okey, faham.
Faham tak? Okey, so memastikan kesihatan pekerja asing ni memastikan keselamatan sebab dah ada ke atas. Ataupun Akmal boleh buat macam ni, memastikan keselamatan pekerja asing diperbaiki ke, faham tak Akmal?
Ini kita ubah, faham?
Maksudnya orang cakap di-improve. I don't know how to say it. Memastikan keselamatan pekerja asing bertambah baik. Something like that lah, untuk ditambah baikkan whatever. Sebab yang nombor 1 ni peranan diorang. Nombor 2 apa yang diorang kena buat. Itu 2 benda yang berbeza lah. Right?
InsyaAllah. Kami tambah balik.
Okay, pergi bawah.
Ini bahagian penempatan.
Okay. Ni sama dengan yang tadi lah. Yang macam kita buat yang contoh ni. Alright. Okay. Good. Okay, bawah. Anggaran jumlah pekerja. Janganlah laju sangat
Sorry.
Anggaran jumlah pekerja asing dalam 1 unit rumah. Ini Kak Akmal, boleh tak you buat je macam open-ended question, tak boleh? Ataupun sebab kita tak tahu exactly berapa orang tau. Letak je berapa orang satu rumah, serumah. Jadi jangan kasih diorang option sebab kita tak tahu. Sebab nanti bila kita nak buat actual, nanti saya akan tunjuk. Bila kita dah dapat jawapan untuk pilot study ni, baru kita boleh buat jawapan option untuk diorang based on pilot.
Okay.
Okay, bawah. Okay, tata cara pengendalian piawai. Dahsyatnya perkataan. Okey. Sangat tidak majikan perlu mematuhi piawai yang ditetapkan. Okey, good. Alright. Okey. Piawaian yang diberikan oleh kerajaan dalam menempatkan pekerjaan memudahkan dalam okey. Alright. Okey. Cuma go atas balik Akmal. Untuk yang ni suruh dia orang macam tik ke, kasih contoh ke, faham tak?
Bagi
Sama
contoh.
ada dia orang kena bulatkan ke, jawapan ni ke, kena ni. You pergi ke atas. Ni kan skala kan?
Betul.
You kena beritahu lah skala dia, sila katakan bulatkan ataupun tandakan tik pada jawapan yang pilihan anda ke macam itulah.
Kena bagi dia orang contoh, suruh dia orang.
Contoh, yes.
Okay, boleh.
Okay, bawah. Alright. Keselamatan dia, keselamatan merupakan tanggungjawab utama bagi setiap majikan. Adakah majikan, vaksin, okey. Majikan menyediakan ruang yang kondusif, yang selamat, okey.
Okey, Ratu. Okay.
Dah habis dah?
Ada lagi.
Ada lagi, okey. Majikan dan komuniti, majikan mengambil berat ketidakselesaan masyarakat, okey.
Yang ni kena tambah yang sama ada tik atau bulat ni.
Tak, kalau Akmal dah kasih tadi contoh kat atas satu, cukup lah.
Tak perlu dah.
Faham tak? Sekali je. Plan perancangan penampakan. Okey, mengambil kira masyarakat setempat. Okey. Ini dah termasuk yang grup Hazika ke? Ke Hazika lain?
Ada yang tukar sikit doktor. Yang atas tu ada yang sama.
Hazika punya ada bawah yang lain lah.
Nanti kami tunjuk juga.
Okay. Alright. Okay, very good. Saya suka. Okay. Boleh proceed dengan pilot. Ada lagi?
Ada lagi.
Okay, faktor masyarakat community merupakan masalah. Okay. Alright. Okay, good. Okay, Hazika, tunjuk yang you.
Okay, Doktor. Thank you, Doktor.
Okay, welcome.
Bawah lagi pun. Bawah yang ni sama Akmal tadi.
Okay, nanti you on ya. Wait. Ni apa? Ni tak ada tadi peranan sumber tenaga. Bagaimanakah kehadiran pekerja asing mempengaruhi fungsi peranan organisasi tuan? Saya rasa kan you kena contohnya meningkatkan productivity, kos operasi buruh yang murah. You kena sumber tenaga kerja yang kena be more specific. Tenaga kerja yang boleh dipercayai. So apa yang Azika boleh tengok, Azika tengok dekat paper tau. That's the reason kita kena buat literature review. Tapi I like you punya ni. Saya suka soalan 2 you. Cuma dia punya jawapan tu, option jawapan tu kena lebih spesifik tenaga kos operasi buruh yang murah tu sangat penting Bagaimana keadaan fungsi okey, apakah kemudahan macam mana? Okey, ni sama macam Akmal lah kena ubah
Yang ni sama macam Akmal.
Pandangan dan kesan keputusan contoh operasi syarikat dapat ni macam ni kan. Operasi syarikat dapat ditingkatkan, tiada pekerja yang MC ni yang tadi tu. Okay, apakah kekangan yang dihadapi? Okay. Alright, okay. Okay. Cuma saya mengharapkan diorang dapat jawab ni. Nanti Zika nanti dia dapat jawab ni, kita boleh buat nanti tengok kepada trend jawapan diorang macam mana. Okay.
Okey,
Hopefully
doktor.
diorang isi lah tempat kosong ni. Okay, bawah.
Okey.
Ni sama ke? Lain
Yang ni lain.
Okay. Alright. Okay. Okay, bawah. Alright. Adakah menyediakan asas kepada pekerjaan asing? Kos merupakan saya. Okay, good. Okay. Wait. Yang ini, yang satu tadi, you dah cakap pasal kos kan? Saya rasa yang kedua ni, Azika tukar kepada lokasi. Lokasi yang sesuai.
Oh, okey.
Kan? Satu daripada segi kos, satu dia orang nak cek tempat. Faham tak?
Oh, faham.
Jadi lokasi yang sesuai, bukan kos
Okey.
Alright. So bawah. Okay, alright, next. Okay, standard piawaian tu you ikut translation macam Akmal guna apa tadi ya, apa Akmal guna. Very ni lah, standard ni apa? Check balik in bahasa Malaysia.
Okey.
Standard ni apa you kena tengoklah bahasa Malaysia apa. Okay, benarkah kebersihan kawasan penginapan pekerja asing merupakan perkara yang penting bagi menjaga. Okay. Alright, perlukan majikan mengambil berat terhadap pekerja asing. Dan okay, alright. So kalau boleh lagi satu Zika, saya nampak kan kalau boleh you benarkan diorang ni ada macam tadi lah ada komen. Kalau diorang nak komen daripada soalan ni. Faham tak?
Faham.
Okay. Jadi ada open-ended question kat bawah tu komen. Alright.
Okey.
Alright,
Tidak,
thank you.
saya
Ada lagi? Okay. Oh ni yang tu sama kan dengan Riway punya
sama
ni.
je.
Okay. Alright semua. Alright, thank you. I need to finish our class now because I need to attend a meeting. Right. So anyway, what I would like you to do is to make sure you already develop, you dah buat you punya questionnaire. Dan for those who already did the pilot study, so you can start preparing the columns of the variable columns for your data analysis. So tomorrow we're going to continue and talk about the data analysis. Alright. So I'll see you tomorrow, people. Thank you so much for letting me using your time this morning. I really appreciate it. Okay, saya rasa lega sikit. Kalau tak saya stress sebab banyak benda yang nak di-cover tapi tak di-cover lagi. Right, thank you very much. Okay, I'll see you insyaAllah tomorrow. Okay, kalau ada sesiapa yang nak tanya, you can always WhatsApp me. Okay.